Okay, let's go over from group by again. Group by clause in SQL used to group rows that have the same values in the specified column. Group by is often used with the aggregate function, average, sum, min, max, and count. For example, we would like to find our invoice totals. For example, we could use something like this. SQL editor, new, and run this query. Here we can see how many invoice each customer is, and also total sales of these customers, and this is accomplished using group by. Normally, if we look at this invoice table only, okay, we see that it has invoice ID, customer ID, invoice date, and for example billing and the total. This count star gives us how many invoices each customer has. For example, let's see this query again. It is customer ID 1, and if we use var e.customer ID 1, it will show us we have 7 customer, and this total will be the total for this. This is our result, and we see the result. The above query will group all invoices by the customer ID, count number of invoices for each customer, and calculate sum of the invoices for each customer. If we can also use order by and see, for example, which customer are making the most purchases. Here, different from this one, we are only adding total order by total sales. This alias could be used in the order by, and see the customer ID 6 is the doing the most sales for us. Other aggregate functions could be used to infer some more data. For example, on average, who is doing most sales and other things. I would like to give a group by a real life example. For example, in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, I have encountered this one. We have a table. In this table, we have employees and companies, but employees is for about all Turkey, and companies all companies in the Turkey, and they would like to have a report about which companies has the most workers in each city. Such a query could be done with the group by easily, and it will work very fast if you put the necessary indexes, of course. But if you try to do it in other ways, it will be so much slower. The second topic we would like to talk about in the group by where versus having. Okay, difference between having and where clauses is in where they are applied in the query execution. First of all, let's look at the select query list. We start select from where, group by, and having. Of course, this is a simplified version of the select. The where clause here is the used to filter rows before any group by or aggregation. Okay, where, since it is before the group by, it is applied before the group by. Where filter rows using from information using row level. Okay, we are filtering rows from this from table sources. Where could be used to select, update, and delete statements. Okay, we can use in the, mostly we have used in select, but this same where also could be used for the update and delete. For example, I can get this customer information here. Here, let's say for the group by, use SQL script again, and I can run it and see. I am only seeing if the total is higher than the in the 4. Okay, then I don't see this. Let me see normal invoice again. Select star from invoice. Select star from invoice. I don't need to put alias for now. And here, mostly my totals, as you can see, 1.9, 3.6. I am filtering these rows. For example, the first row is filtered since we are using this. Then we are getting this group by. And here, invoice count, as you can see, reduced. Without this var, we see invoice count is higher, 6 and 7 mostly. Okay, 7 only 1 6. But when we put this var before this group by operator, we are filtering. Therefore, instead of this all rows here how many rows we have? We have 412 rows normally, but since we are filtering here, we have only 179 rows. Therefore, this filtered. Then we do the group by and see the invoice counted, and they are reduced. Okay, the having clause. Having clause is used to filter rows after the group by, and we need to use these aggregate functions mostly after the having clause. Okay, having clause used with the select statements and group by. Okay, and here the example for the group by having. Here we are doing the again the same aggregation operator, but asking for the customer whose invoice totals is higher than 45. As you can see, only 5 customer accept this and or allows this rule, obeys this rule. Their total sales is higher than 45. If you look at 40, for example, you will see others. And for example, if we use, for example, this invoice total in the var, we may also reduce this one. Here we are doing both of them together, and only one customer has more than 4 invoices, and their total is more than 40. As you can see, the var and having is applied differently. The key differences: order of execution. Var is applied before grouping, while having is applied after grouping. Before grouping, after grouping. Aggregate functions. Having can use aggregate functions like count, sum, average, whereas var cannot. Since in var we are applying var, there is no grouping, therefore we cannot do this count, sum, averages. Okay. Having is used by the group by. Var work on rows, while having work on aggregated data. In practice, of course, it's common to see both var and having together, with var filtering individual rows and having filtering the grouped results according to our requirements.